100 here, and we'll get this little question out of the way here. Well, it hasn't popped into the chat yet, but it looked like a 91.
There it goes.
I like how it was both directions, 9-1 or 1-9.
Right?
That's pretty impressive.
Well, see, I like Fantasy Grounds as a product, but the dice rolls are sus, and I'm saying it. Like, I'm saying it. There's something. I know it's not truly random, and they do admit that, but, like, sometimes shit like that's weird.
Alright, so, we'll go with 91. Question is, what is your character's guilty pleasure? Interesting question.
Hard one.
It is a hard one.
How many wonderful things.
I'm gonna need a minute.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
Shut
Shoot.
up.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds. Okay. Any particular reason why that's a guilty pleasure?
Well, I'm a performer. I gotta look good, and cheese has got a lot of fat.
Yeah. And it could be worse. Bread could be bread, and we all know bread makes you fat. So.
Bread's so good.
It is.
Oh, I forgot to mention there, breaded cheese curds.
Of course. Naturally. Oh, hey, Jack.
See, I don't know if I can feasibly say that Maz has a guilty pleasure, because having a guilty pleasure signifies that she has to have some sense of, like, shame or regret.
Does she know what shame is?
No.
I didn't think so.
She just does whatever the fuck she wants and doesn't care.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the cats are up there with you, Riz, but Jack says to pet both of them.
Okay, well, Pumpkin left me to go get more food, but Coco is right here, so he will get pets.
Pumpkin will get them when he decides to come back. Wherever he comes back to.
I guess, does Maz understand other people having shame?
Yeah.
Okay.
She just doesn't have it herself.
Is there something that she's like, well, I'm not ashamed of this, but I can see how other people might perceive it as a shameful thing?
So mine is shameful a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, Maz likes taking mud baths. Does that count?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright. Mud baths.
Good for the skin.
Healing properties of dirt.
I know Grogus has told me it's detrimental and it'll cause the wood on my palms to splinter. But I steal the wood varnish from the handyman, and I just love the feeling of polishing myself. I do it for hours until I'm all shiny and
You have those
bright.
don't you?
That was too good.
I enjoyed that immensely.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Good stuff. Alright, so, I don't remember what we got up to last time.
We wondered why anyone would want a bunch of circus people saving their town.
Yes, good. Yeah, we did have some good little some thoughts about the situation we find ourselves in.
So confused.
Argue that we probably were not the most qualified for the job.
Probably not.
But to
They
be
said we were, though, and we
sheriff.
pulled it off.
You did.
We saved a mayor from the one place.
Yep. And the guy who runs the Hermitage, even though the rest of the
That
people
was the
there
other
got
guy, yeah.
a bit corrupted, but
It happens.
it happens,
What are you gonna do?
but yeah, so yeah, you guys, you finished your cleansing, as it were, of the Hermitage, and all the various priests and things that have been there that have been seduced by this. At least the name that you got from Harlock was this priest or priestess named Beleni, who had come to visit the Hermitage, some time ago, and evidently had been convincing some of the people that were there to this kind of demon worshipy way, and now she's left, but kind of left a bit of a problem in her wake in the process, and they were trying to get Harlock too. But from the information that he gave to you, he noted that there was something strange going on at this tower, which is somewhat nearby on the island here where you guys currently are at. But it's some sort of tower with this orb at the top, which was, supposedly infused with some sort of magic by the gods, in ages past to give the land, prosperity and good crops and, keep things nice and toasty and lovely around here, and it seems to be failing, which is the apparent cause of all of the ecological issues that had some people riled up and, got your ringmaster killed by this eco-terrorist lady earlier. So, yeah, he gave you some info about that. You have, like, kind of a partial map, at least, of what he was able to explore before a bunch of strange creatures moved in there that he wasn't really sure what they were about, but they had demons with them, and they're probably fucking shit up as we speak. But, you guys had fought the good fight here in the Hermitage, and, you guys, I think the plan was to head back to town for a bit, head back to the circus folks. You also were able to, or you also were planning to stop by the mayor because he wanted to hear from you if you were able to rescue Harlock, and he had some kind of reward for you for that as well. But yeah. So with that, you guys have spent a little bit of time at the Hermitage just trying to kind of patch yourselves up, get yourselves in at least some sort of working order before you head out. And, when you do, and you start making your way back towards Aberton, with the where your big top is and everything else is, you guys do see, like, kind of off in the distance, in the right now it's kind of a silhouette just from the direction of the sun setting. Off in the distance, you do see this large kind of pyramidal structure of sorts, kind of a ways off on the island. Even at this distance, because Harlock had said it was about 15, 20 miles away inland. And, like, even at this distance, like, it's still pretty significantly large. So you can only imagine, whenever you do end up getting over there, pretty huge structure, it seems. But you see this silhouette off in the distance, just kind of, maybe even somewhat ominous looking in the shadows. But you make your way back to town. As you guys are getting close outside of Aberton here, you do run into... oopsie. You do run into... Where is it here? Eliza, the gal with the snake, with Mr. Tickles.
Mr. Tickles.
She doesn't have Mr. Tickles with her right now. Mr. Tickles is probably back in their wagon. But Eliza is out and about. It seems that she was probably in town doing some, errands or something like that. But she, happens across you guys as you guys are coming kind of down the road out from the Hermitage. And she kind of comes up to you all, and she's like, "My goodness, you guys look like you've been through a bit of hell. You're looking a little rough around the edges. What happened? Did someone attack you?"
You could say that, yeah. I've just been fighting crazy demon worshipping people.
Demon worshippers? Is that who killed the ringmaster?
Apparently, and now we've gotten in some shit that we are definitely not qualified for, but thus is life. I mean, I really don't understand why we gotta deal. Like, why can't we just send some thoughts and prayers and move on?
Right.
Anyways, I'm tired. I need a snack and a nap.
Well, they're probably fixing up dinner in the camp right now. I mean, come along. She kind of starts leading your way back to the big top here, where everyone else is at. As you guys come in,
how is Mr. Tickles doing?
So
I'm really disappointed you did not have him with her.
That is a good point.
He had the goblin pox.
That is true.
I helped him.
I remembered that.
That is true. So you inquire on the status of Mr. Tickles as you guys are kind of making your way back to camp with Eliza, and she does let you know. Oh, he is doing a lot better. Whatever it was that you gave to him, that seemed to help a lot. He's still like a little lethargic, but he's definitely moving around a lot more and seems a lot happier. So that thank you so much for helping him out there.
It makes my soul happy to hear that. And I've been carrying around like a roasted rat in my pocket all fucking day to give to him. Just remembered that. So when we see him, I'll give him that.
Well, you can certainly give that to him once we get back into camp. I'm sure he will be happy for the treat. All right, so you guys get back to the camp, and the majority of the circus folk are kind of out and about in kind of the central camp area. They've got some some food of various kinds being cooked up. They got a few pots, got a stew going, things like that. Typical dinner time in the big top. All right, do you head over and I assume you go find Mr. Tickles and give him his treat?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So you do head over there to Eliza's wagon. She kind of comes along with you because she went and got some things, and so she's coming along too to bring those back home. But lets you in. Mr. Tickles is in there, and you can see he kind of lifts his head up a bit as you come in. Definitely seems a lot less slow and lethargic like he was last time. But he definitely seems interested in you. He probably smells the this rat that you've got, and you can see he's kind of bumping his python snout into your arm a little bit.
I think you mean
his snoot.
Bumping his snoot.
Sorry, his python snoot. You're right.
Hey, buddy, I brought you a treat because you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. And I gave it to him, and I scratched his little chin. Well, little, definitely not, but
Fair,
he's bigger than me.
fair. So you give him this rat. It's a one bite snack. It's in there. It's gone. It's traveling down the snake. But he seems pretty pleased with this, and Liza seems happy to see him enjoying company and being up a little up and about as she's putting stuff away. Over in the kind of main camp where you guys are having food, like one of the ones who's kind of helping with the cooking and whatnot is the professor. He often is helping out with preparing the food and stuff, as he's kind of for a long time, even when like the ringmaster was still around, like he was always kind of a organizing figure in the circus group. Older guy, been around the ropes a lot, knows what's up, and so he kind of helps keep things together and going. But as he gets you guys your food and stuff, and is inquiring about what happened to you all, he does mention that it is it's been a few days, and it's getting to be about the time that we should probably get the word out for another show coming up soon. We have to make some income. We got mouths to feed. We got animals to take care of, and supplies to get. And typically when you guys go to a place and set up shop, you guys try to do a show a week, and then before you move on other places. So it's getting to be about that time. Get the word out, get some excitement, get some anticipation built up in the town for what new things you guys will be showing them this time around. So, in terms of, because we haven't done this part before, let me get that part up here. Where is it? Oh, that's why I have to scroll down. Okay, so there are a few things you guys can do to help generate anticipation for a show. Where the hell is that table? Ah, here's that table. So, to kind of give some stuff about what you can do for this is there are advertisements and things like that you guys can spend some cash to put up that give various levels of anticipation to the show. And one thing to keep in mind, since it's been a hot second since we did one of these shows, for the way that you guys get paid is that when you have a show, there is a set amount of anticipation that has been generated for the show by the advertising that you guys do, the promotions that you guys do in town, trying to get people interested. And during the course of the show, with the tricks that you and the other performers do, you guys try to generate enough excitement to match or exceed that anticipation level. Whereas if you don't generate enough excitement to match the anticipation, you guys won't get paid as much, because people were expecting more of a show than there ended up being. So it's kind of a balance of, you don't want to like over promote and under deliver, that sort of thing, stuff like that. So in terms of things that you have for there is a. I don't really have a good way to share this particular table, but it's pretty basic. You have these are just advertisements that just cost like a flat amount of gold. So like a 1 GP advertisement gets 1 anticipation. Spending 5 GP gets you 2. 20 gets you 4. 40 gets you 6. 80 gets you 9. 150 gets you 12, and so on. And so you have those, and then you also have options for going into town and doing a little bit of a role play around and promoting the circus that way. So, for example, this would be going into town and spending some time, doing little performances in the streets, trying to get people hyped up. Doing some various checks and things to see if those succeed in your anticipation generation. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have any particular ideas. Just in terms of how much anticipation there was last time. The very first show, you had an anticipation of, I believe it was 7 or 8. Yeah, I believe it was 7 or 8. Somewhere around there. So I remember you guys got slightly... Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Sorry, the anticipation was... Oh, no, it was that. Sorry, I forgot that got modified because your prestige went up. Okay. Yeah, you guys had like 7 or 8 anticipation last time, just to give a gauge. And you guys do also have... we've leveled up a few times since the last time we did a show. And so when we do get around to that, which probably will, likely end up being next time, I would assume, you guys do have will have some additional things in your arsenal in terms of your tricks and things that you can do, since you guys have leveled up a little bit since last time. But we'll worry about that when we get to that, because that's a whole thing. But yeah, so in terms of promoting the show, what sorts of things are you guys wanting to do to get that up there? You guys have, kind of a lot of things on your plate right now. You got this whole town business, but you got to eat. So the show's got to go on, even in the midst of all of this turmoil going on.
I love it. We need to go to town. We're not clowning around here, Maz, Braz. We've got to go put on a show, whether or not Grotus is feeling well today. I told him it was varnish. He insisted it was alcohol. He was already drunk and now he doesn't feel well. That's on him. We've got to get some people coming here because there's dwarves to feed.
There
And
are
a lot of them because, you know what they say about dwarves.
What do they
That
say?
they eat rocks?
They like to eat.
I don't really know a ton of dwarves, but I believe you.
Well, I mean, the dwarven throwers because they're part of your circus, and they definitely do eat a lot.
Yeah, but
I
don't
just think
know
that's
them.
because they were boys.
I mean, getting blasted out of getting blasted out of things with explosives, I guess, takes a lot out of you. So,
A lot of calories burned.
right, hair too burns hair too.
Yes, very sticky. And yeah, we gotta go talk to the mayor too.
So, let's see how much. Let me see how much cash do you guys even have right now? Let me check.
I'm gonna guess not a lot.
think you have like a. Hi, buddy. Okay, so you currently have looks like 17 GP between you. So at the moment, in terms of just in terms of getting like flyers stapled to poles all over town or whatever, you really only have the funds to either spend 1 GP or 5 GP for the first or second tier of advertising for that. So 1 gets you 1 anticipation point, and 5 gets you 2.
What do you guys think? Should we spend a little bit more and really hype things up?
Yeah, you say we're supposed to use our money. I'm Hunker takes that absolutely literally. And actually, no, I've got 5 gold pieces. I've got 4 gold pieces and 105 silver. I put that up for all the posters I can afford. All of my money except for 5 silver.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and take that out of your sheet then. With that, like you let the professor know this, and they've done this plenty of times before, and so they kind of get the word around to start getting flyers put together. Some of the more artistic folks here in the circus, they often help paint some of these up, things like that, and you start getting things papered around the town as well. But if you guys are going into town, along with going and seeing the mayor and whatnot, other things we want to do, we can also do some promotion with yourselves, which can help generate a decent bit. But are we going to do that first, or are we going to go visit the mayor first and see what's up with him, or if there's any other things you guys are wanting to do in town? I do know that Hunker was wanting to stop by some sort of produce stand and pick up a few things. I believe it was a pomegranate and some star fruits that they wanted to pick up from produce stand, which you are certainly able to do. Those are only a few copper, so even with everything thrown into the marketing side of things, you can certainly still pick those up.
Well, maybe we should do a little promotion on the way to the mayor, because I imagine we'd probably be passing people along the way.
Yeah. Okay. So, if we're doing some street promo of this here, let me see what this wants us to roll. Promoting circus.
Oh, Daddy, I've been preparing for this.
Okay, so for circus promotion, what we're going to need is a society check. So how this works is that one of you will be rolling a society check, and if you want, other characters can spend time aiding you with this to add some circumstance bonuses to your society check. So if you guys are all going out together and you kind of want to do this together as like a little mini troupe, to do that, we can certainly go that route. So whoever, we'll designate whoever is the main roller for the society check, and then the other, if you both of you are the other two are helping, we can add those bonuses accordingly.
I guess who's got best? I got +3 in society.
I don't have a plus anything in society.
I'm just here to clown around.
Intelligence is one of my lowest.
Okay, I guess I could do the main role.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, bros. The other 2 of us Worship a rock.
Mhm.
That's, you know what? Yeah, that was a no-brainer. I apologize for even throwing that out there. Okay, come on. Come on.
Okay. So with that, you do with if the other two of you are helping, that adds a total of +4, bringing you up to 13, which is enough. So that's good. What are you guys doing? So we'll say this is after Honker's done their little fruit shopping trip. What are you guys doing to try to promote the circus? What sort of street? Do you guys do any sort of like street magic or Cheez-Its involved? They disappear.
Ow.
Oh, yes, I've been working on this. I've been meaning to add this.
Okay.
But I had room for a new spell, so hoping you'll let me play with the definition of what a fey creature can be.
Okay.
A little bit.
What are you
here,
thinking?
But, what I imagine like how I'm a Honker like drums up performances. He's got his little clown toy car that he it's manually powered. So he's got that, and he's got his little juggling clubs.
Okay.
Now he's learned this new spell, and so he summons this Jack in the Box that like bounces around a little bit, and once in a while like pops out, but it's just as kind of warped look. It's a little more twisted looking than Honker.
Okay.
He knows it's beautiful. um, and mostly just kind of silly antics like that, and it'll pop out, and then Honker will like toss a cube of, I don't know, taffy or whatever. What kind of sweets do you think Jester's tossed out during those things? Because like they'll probably gave something to the kids. I'm kind of wondering what that would be.
No, taffy is a pretty old candy. That seems appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe he's got a couple pieces of taffy he tosses out to the kids and stuff. This is what I'm Honker lives for. Like he's in his element and just like trucking around, circling the group in his little car and all of that.
All right. That sounds good. Yeah, if we wanted to like have this little Jack in the Box thing be some sort of weird little fey thing, that checks out. That can be fine. Yeah, this goes off pretty well. Like you guys, you get done a little shopping. You guys kind of set up in along one of the streets here, and we're doing your little antics here, and it seemed to play pretty well. The locals were enjoying it, and the kids were enjoying it. Things seem to be going well in that regard. In terms of how much this adds, let's see. So that was a success. Okay, so Roz, let's see. We are level 3. Yeah, we are level 3, so 3 plus charisma, so 4. Okay, so that generates 4 more anticipation for the show. So that, guys, brings you up to an anticipation of 6 with that stuff so far. Cool. All right. So, with that out of the way, are you guys heading over to the mayor's?
I suppose we better.
Okay. All right. Let me get his stuff up here. Where is that? Okay. So, the mayor... Might as well get a picture of him up here. The mayor is not actually Sam.
Wow, you're giving us false information.
Secret double identity. Crotus is also the mayor of Aberton.
No, that's just the kind of twist that would happen. So
I don't know, that just seems like the kind of lie that he would tell.
right. Well, I guess if we ever need him to disguise as anything.
All right, so you guys head to kind of the northern part of town, which is where kind of the town hall is located, and you manage to kind of make your way inside, and you are able to get in to see the mayor. When you guys walk in, he's behind his desk, working on some things, and you can tell he's a bit bandaged up. He's got some stuff wrapped around his head, his arms, some of his various places where he's been kind of beaten up and bruised and whatnot from his experience up there at the Hermitage. But he does see you all walk in, and you can tell there's like a bit of relief on his face when he sees you all come in. Happy to see that you guys are all still alive. He says, "Well, it looks like you made it back in one piece, more or less, as well. Were you able to find anything out? Is Harlock okay, or did they take him as well?"
I mean, he looks a little worse for wear, but he's okay. Um, there's apparently a bunch of demons trying to like steal some like shiny ball or something, and it's killing the planet, and we're supposed to stop it.
Oh, some kind of ball. You say that the orb at the Aaron Tower.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, that does not bode well. And that certainly gives some explanation as to all of the natural troubles that we've been having around here. If the Aeon Orb is being endangered, that has been there for eons and has given this island many blessings over the years. We've come to, take comfort in its, in its bounty that it gives to us here. But, perhaps if something has misfallen it, well, that is unfortunate, but does make a lot of sense. Were there any other priests at the Hermitage that were able to be saved, or were they all corrupted like the ones that had held me? Like, what happened to them? Did you find out how did this happen?
I think he said that there was like one new person that was really into like demons, and then like convinced all the other ones that demons were super cool. So then they took over the Hermitage and beat Harlock up.
Did Harlock say who it was, or did he know?
I don't remember what their name was.
Their name was Bellini.
I'm pretty sure it was like baloney or um or something like that.
Shit, what was her name? Good with names, man.
I mean, I certainly don't recognize the name as any of the ones that were regulars there for years. It sounds like it must have indeed been someone recent, new, bringing ill tidings. It sounds like. My goodness. Well, I'm glad to hear that Harlock is all right, it is a shame about the rest of the Hermitage, but hopefully we'll be able to find some new brothers and sisters for the Hermitage so they can continue their traditions. But in the meantime, we will be sure to keep an eye out for Harlock. He is a friend of ours, a friend of the town, and we'll make sure that he is taken care of still, even if he is the only one left out there at the moment. But for that, I do thank you for the service you've done so far, and I did want to offer you a few things, just out of gratefulness for the service to Aberton and to me and to my friend Harlock. And he reaches into his desk a bit and pulls out a little satchel that has where's the party sheet? 20 gold pieces in it.
Nice.
Nice.
Braz will like very quickly and very greedily grab that bag because we need cash. I mean, it'll be distributed amongst her companions. But
Yeah,
Also
I'll go ahead.
such a
I'll go ahead and do that.
Fire.
Bam. There you go. 5 GP across the board. So along with that, as you snatch this cash bag off, he says, "I take it you all are the circus will still be staying around the town for a little longer, aren't they? Are they going to be doing another show?"
yeah, we're actually working on promotion right now.
Oh, well,
I immediately whip out my pins and start juggling, and honking my nose.
The mayor laughs a little bit, but starts having to like hold his side in the process, and he's like, "There's no need to convince me, but I can certainly put in a good word for you all as well, and try to help spread the word on top of your own efforts. I'm sure letting the townspeople know that our local performers here at the circus did some great service for the town as well. I'm certain that will garner some support and interest in coming along. Let's do. All right, who wants to roll a diplomacy check?
I do.
Okay.
I'm doing it for the mayor.
Yep. We'll see how much.
Nobody else in the room I need to impress as well. Can I
Currently,
stun?
just the mayor.
Okay. Diplomacy. I got you. Honk honk.
Very nice. All right. So with that, the amount of good word that the mayor can put in for you all amongst the various people in town that he knows, that will add an additional 3 onto anticipation for a total of 9. All right, things are looking pretty good in that regard. Nice. All right. So with that out of the way, the mayor kind of sits himself up in his chair here, and he's like, "So, do you intend to investigate this tower that Harlock has told you about? Sounds like maybe a bit dangerous in there."
Yeah, like, do you not have other law enforcement here? Like, what? Why y'all want us untrained circus folk doing this?
Well, we did to an extent. Yeah, we didn't really have too much trouble in this town, and we did have the sheriff, who unfortunately, as you had discovered, was killed by that woman who killed your ringmaster as well. So unfortunately, we are a little bit out of sorts in terms of law enforcement. I mean, most of the trouble that we had around town was usually from the layabouts down at the Mad Mug, but they were never really too much trouble. It was mostly we're just causing a ruckus.
Those are our friends, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those folks aren't layabouts. They're the most upstanding citizens of this town. In fact, did you know that Violet the goat almost sacrificed her life selflessly for this town? I really believe that the town should come together, and I mean, especially if the town has an opinion like that of people so upstanding, I think you should come together and work to build a statue for Violet the goat.
Here, here. Hell of a goat. Hell of a goat.
Like, so the mayor seems a little surprised, but he does have some memory of them being there with you all at the Hermitage. It's a little bit hazy. It was a bit of a rough time we're there at the Hermitage for him when you guys were there. But that does jog his memory a bit, and he does recall that you guys did have some friends along helping you there. And he says, well, I mean, if they were along with you and helped you with this Hermitage situation, well, perhaps we have judged them a little too harshly. I will see to it that they are given some kind of reward as well for their assistance to the town as well as you.
They deserve some recognition. Free alcohol is probably a good idea, especially for Violet. The rest of them, you don't really need to worry about, but Violet is the one you need to honor.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there aren't really too many of them left. It's pretty much Piranha and Violet. The other two died.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot that the other ones got killed.
Yeah.
Shit, we're terrible. But we did get emotionally attached to the goat, so
Nobody has explained the concept of like death to I'm hungry. It's like they're not.
You just think they like walked away.
Just,
Like,
whatever.
Fair. But yeah, the mayor does promise to look into this and see to it that the little gang down at Mad Mug gets something for their help with you all. But he does he is happy to help in any way that he can in terms of this issue with the tower, whether that be helping with any supplies that you might need, along with the already existing assistance for the show as well.
Does he want to go to the tower instead of us? That'd be great.
Well, he is certainly a lot more roughed up than you all are looking still at the moment. Like, you guys have some, a few bandages and things, but he was kind of beaten half to death by the cultists, or as it were.
Seems like a him problem.
Yeah. Oh, I think we lost Riz.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it may be a real short one of the technical issues and everything. Oh damn.
That's
Did we really lose Riz already?
Do you not hear her snoring?
Oh,
there it is.
yep. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's got. I think she does go in at 4, and she was already in there at 4 this morning for bakery stuff. But that is okay, since we don't have Grotus either at the moment. We at least got some town stuff out of the way. So I guess what we could do just for a little bit, The show. Let me let me mute this so she doesn't. There we go. Okay. Let me bring up. Even though I won't get to it this time, if we have a little bit ahead of time, this will kind of speed things up. Let me bring up the stuff for how the tricks worked, because since we've leveled up a few times, I know there's some more to that you guys have access to now, and so it might be good to kind of start mulling over. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see, where is the appendix for this? Tricks.
And it got inflamed.
Okay, so let's see. Tricks, check. Praying for show. Show X. Tricks. Okay. So I have to kind of look over this again because it's a whole little thing. Let's see.
I also have to enlist in town the help from
Okay.
someone who can write.
Okay. What do you need written up?
Just a small letter.
Small letter. Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to find, especially here. If you're looking for someone to help write, there's people actually even here in the city hall. Maybe like a county, notary or something like that who can help with it. What are we writing?
It's a letter.
It's a letter. Okay.
I can't reveal it.
Okay, that's fair.
Because Riz is asleep.
Okay.
Will you reveal it at a later time?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
It's pomegranate and starfruit related.
Okay. Let's see here. Actually, let me double check. Were we supposed to? I feel like we were supposed to level up after we finished the Hermitage. Let me double check something really quick. Because if that's the case, we might want to do that because we're going to want it for the tower. Because I think if I remember right. Oh, yeah, because going to the tower is like technically the last chapter in this particular segment of Extinction Curse. I'll have to go grab the next part sometime soon. Chapter. Okay, yeah, we are supposed to be level 4. Okay, I'm glad I checked. So, actually, now that I'm looking up the trick stuff, this actually would probably be good to do next time, because I guess level 4 is when we get some slight expansion to the tricks. So I guess we'll deal with leveling up to 4 now, and then we'll deal with that. Because what changes at level 4 is that the last time we did this, there was one trick check that you rolled for, and then there was one like trait of your trick that like would modify things. So like, fire or an animal or whatever else. At level 4, you have 2 trick checks. So you can pick 2 things to roll checks on for your performance to try to help with your success in generating excitement. So that works out as well to get that out of the way. So go ahead and start slapping 4th level onto yourselves. And whatever that entails in terms of additional feats and whatnot. And we'll make sure that Maz and Agrotis get that in there as well. But let's see if we get anything good.
When you hit the tracker, it's the out of level, right?
Yep, tracker, add a level.
Cool.
This is why I wanted to debut the Jack in the Box, because I thought I was level 4. So I'm super excited. That's a level 1 spell, but I get another spell slot.
Nice.
And I think I'm gonna do this. It makes I'm a honker evil, but I think that is kind of fits into the kind of the stuff we've talked about. But anyway, I could take this Fey creature. Summon Fey is a level 1 spell. Summons, the Jack in the Box is just a Fey creature that can do some things.
Okay.
Very minimal things, because it's a level 1 summon. But what I can do is let him run in.
Okay.
And then it like makes its creepy little music, and then I combo it with a level 3 spell of Final Sacrifice, which explodes the Fey creature.
Okay. Ooh.
For like AoE damage.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
The catch is, it makes you evil.
You're an evil clown?
In what way? Like
because you're doing that to a summoned creature of yours.
Oh.
It makes you evil. Like, it specifically calls that out.
Interesting. Okay. But I guess that kind of like makes sense though, because I don't know if Honker would really have a concept of that being evil. Like, at least from what we've seen so far.
Well, I can understand how, like, in like an overarching view, that is evil. Yes. That like also does not factor into I'm a honker's calculations as taught.
Yeah, it's like I summoned a toy and it went boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, interesting.
My one question: it does do fire damage. Could it do like shock damage? I'm thinking confetti damage, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if we want to have that do a different kind of damage.
Statistically to the like not it's not a benefit or anything to the spell, because it doesn't do like persistent damage or anything.
Yeah, it just happens to be that element. But yeah, we could certainly change that to shock or something else like that, whatever. Just for, honker lore reasons.
Okay, feats. Oh man. There's so many feats that like are opening up for
Oh yeah. Build. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have 3 pages of them to look through. I'm gonna do some dabs and look at feats. Oh boy.
I always just have a hard time picking, because like, depending on how you go, really build your character. And
also remember, you can retrain feats if you need to.
That's true.
Well, luckily so far, there's been a lot that just really helped with like making my alchemy better. Mm-hmm. But just in general, like sometimes you're like, oh, there's like several really cool ones, like the best character development.
Yeah. but yeah, I mean, like, feel free to take like whatever you think sounds cool. But yeah, like if for whatever reason, if something isn't working or it's just not really useful at all, like Quick said, you can retrain feats and we can try something else. So, but yeah, feel free to pick whatever sticks out to you. That's fine. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. Splash damage from modifiers. That does sound real nice.
Yes.
Yeah, then
I
instead of
love
just
that.
like the one or whatever that it was doing. Was it one? What was it that we had? Let's see. Acid flash. Oh yeah, they were all like one splash damage. That definitely helps. That's cool. Nice. It has been very interesting, like with this uh, campaign, just in terms of like difference from the last one, and like we haven't really done a whole lot of like going places yet. In terms of like moving around, we've all just been in Aberton so far, but um, it's definitely different. Not like just being in a big ass honking city the whole time. Cool, because like especially with that one, like there were so many like just kind of avenues to just shoehorn in random extra weird stuff.
Right.
Like it was a big city, and so shit would happen. Like for instance, there was that one little like weird side dungeon thing you guys went into like way early on, like the blue alley that Mert told you guys
Yeah.
about, which was like a whole little like side adventure thing that I found. But you can just kind of like shoehorn that in because it's city. Who knows what's anything anywhere. But like there isn't. I mean there is stuff, but like it's like a whole different idea of stuff to just kind of like shoehorn in random things like that in a situation like this. So it's very different after being stuck in Waterdeep for several years. Yeah, it's interesting though. I mean, I'm very interested to see where the further parts of this go because like I haven't looked like a whole ton into what comes next aside from like the basic synopsis for the stuff that was on Paizo's website. Um, yeah, I'm interested to see what shit goes down in further module sec. How many modules is this one? I can't remember. Let me see. Extinction curse. Right.
Oh man, going through the feats, I think I found a way that we can incorporate Mr. Tickles into my axe too.
Ooh, okay.
I will not say any more on this for now, but
Okay, so it looks like this this is a 6-part adventure path.
Yep.
So this is the first part. And getting done with the tower is basically the end of this first sixth. So, interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pick some more alchemist items too. That's always hard too.
Yeah, this next chunk will be interesting. That's for sure. All right. Let's see. What kind of things we got here?
So I got, so far I've just added my feats, but I got a couple cool feats that I've picked.
Okay. What we got?
I got no cause for alarm, which is a 3-action feat. You attempt to reduce panic, and I can do a diplomacy check against the will DC of people within 10 feet of me who are frightened. And it'll make them, immune to being frightened. And it'll also reduce their frightened value by a certain amount, depending upon how well I roll.
All right. That definitely seems like that would be handy for a bunch of clowns getting into shit above their heads. Yeah.
And then my other one, just kind of, because I'm mostly support, I don't do a lot of damage. So I took a bard feat that just gives me another cantrip. It specifically gives me kind of a complementary cantrip. I already have Inspire Courage, which gives people a +1 to attack, damage, and saves for a round. But then I got a new one of Inspire Defense, which is a 1-action cantrip and gives all my allies a +1 to AC saving throws and resistance equal to half of spells levels on them.
Damn. Those both sound very handy.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm trying to go like very minimal damage and mostly like pure support with I'm Honker.
Yeah, okay.
And heals. Like with the spells, there's not a lot of heals, but like I do have, my spirit link and stuff like that to do some heals with.
So I do want to let you know something, Braz, regarding that feat you took there with the train animal. So when you guys were in the Hermitage, you did decide to help free that wolf that was in the process of being ritualed or whatever. And with taking that feat, that would let you, if you wanted to, have that specific wolf as a companion.
Oh,
that you had saved.
I love that.
Which, if that is the case, let me find that page in here because. Okay, so. If we do go that route, that wolf, it follows generally the rules for a wolf animal companion, except it has a few modifications to it because the ritual did partly go. It did not complete, but it did receive some infusion of demonic power a little bit, even if it didn't fully fuck it up. So that did give it a little bit of a boost. So it has, some additional hit points instead of just the base amount according to the rulebook. It has some different trained skills that it has, and it also has dark vision. So,
Sweet.
yeah, if you do want to go that route, we could certainly go that route, and we can get that sorted out in terms of getting Wolfie Friend back. But let me.
Yeah, I think that's really cool for the story.
I think so too. I think that would be really cool since you guys did manage to save that one before the ritual completed. So, yeah, let me just put that down here so I have that easily able to link, and we'll deal with getting that wolf in along with y'all. Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, it's normally with a wolf companion, it has a trained skill in survival, as one would expect. Instead, this one is trained in intimidate.
Nice.
Yeah, along with the dark vision and the additional hit points from the base amount. So yeah. Let me see. Let's see how this works. I haven't actually looked into like how animal companions in Pathfinder work, so let's take a look.
A good resource for you, because it's kind of weird and stuff, but ping Sam on that.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of research. They found a warg, kind of like we did. They found, but it was a little warg baby. They had to kill the mom, and Sam's guy ended up rescuing the baby, and it evolved into his ranger companion. So he does know quite a bit about and can give you some tips on different things.
Okay.
With that, but yeah, they're not too difficult. They're not as squishy as you'd think. And if you take the right feats and stuff, it can be a big help, especially with like flanking and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, just kind of looking around. Oh, that's cool. I guess at least from what I'm seeing, so like like right now it's a typical wolf size. It's medium. It's got like a typical wolf stuff. I guess for animal companions at level 7, your companion upgrades to large. So that's cool. So you'd basically have like a horse-sized wolf instead of a wolf-sized wolf. Which, I mean, a wolf-sized wolf is already certainly plenty of size for a goblin.
Right.
So then you'd have a horse-sized wolf companion. That's actually pretty fucking great. That will be cool. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, we'll definitely have to ask. Might put that in the channel to ask. See if I can get some info from Sam about that for next time. But
Okay,
yeah, that'll be very handy.
I'm trying to add my new alchemist bombs. I forget how I like add all the little details.
Oh, right.
You can get me there. I think I remember how to do all of it. I just don't remember how to get there.
Okay. So it was. Oops. Open your thing up. So if we add an item.
So I already had it. I had the title on it.
Oh.
The Thunderstone Moderate.
Thunderstone Moderate. Okay. Let me delete this. Boom. Okay. So if you right click on
the actual.
Yeah, on the little like either on the little like red icon or on the looking glass icon. Click that and choose add spell action.
Okay.
And in there is where you have your cast, your damage, heal, or effect, depending on whichever one it is that you're doing. And then inside of those, if you like click into those boxes, is where you can like put in like it's a 1d4 whatever, it's a 1d6 such and such. They have to
So
whatever save, and then you can kind of just reference what you put on the other ones for.
let me open that other one so I can see.
Yeah, what how many new? I know you mentioned like the blowing up your little Fey toy car thing. Do you get any other like spells aside from just that one and your defense
No.
thing?
Yeah, no, I just got you don't get a ton of spells as a bard. You just get you get a lot of cantrips, and then the rest of them are real slow. So I took the feat for the cantrip, and then I got one more level 2 spell.
Okay.
Which is what the level 2 spell is the final sacrifice that I took.
Oh, okay, I see.
The Summon Fey was a level 1 spell that I should have learned at level 3, and I had forgotten about it until recently.
Okay.
When I was kind of reading through spells, and I saw Final Sacrifice, and I'm like, that feels fun. And I was trying to figure out, okay, how can I do this? I'm going to need to combo this, and I'm going to have to come up with a summon. So, but,
Yeah. I think that'll be really. This definitely sounds like it'll be very interesting in like upcoming, combat things with those, and with now this, animal companion and things we can get with that, and we'll have yet to see what sort of new fun things Maz and Grotus can pick up. 'Cause I'm sure that'll be.
Another question. I got the cast added on there, but how do I get it to say ranged in the attack?
Oh, let's see. Take a look here.
This looks a little different than the last time we did this.
Yeah, just looking here. Let's see, attack type. Oh, there it is. Okay. If you click on the little looking glass off to the right of that line.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and then you go in there and then you can click attack type, and that'll cycle through the different attack types.
Okay.
And then you can put in like your other stuff. And same goes for any of the other things.
Okay. I remember what I'm doing now.
Yep. Yeah. So it's still a little funky since we have to kind of manually do it, since they, for some reason, haven't really done Pathfinder Alchemist stuff. So I always had to deal with that with Harold as well. But cool beans. Well, a little shorter than usual, but that's okay. That's expecting to have my computer be a fight.
Yeah, I blame you.
Oh boy, but that's okay. That's okay if we do little pieces here and there. That's fine. I do not mind that. And like I said, since this campaign doesn't quite have as many wild sidetracks as the other one does, like I don't mind it being little pieces here and there. We can still fit things in as we need to. So,
yeah, it works out like that pretty nicely.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and like and even if and I know like even if Riz hadn't passed out already, she usually kind of passes out around 9-ish with this stuff, with the bakery stuff anyways. But yeah, that's still plenty of time to get along, get some stuff in, get some movement along. And I have plenty of ways that I have, and we'll continue to adjust things so that we're not like stuck in this log at any point. So I don't want to end up what was it, like in the one Dragon Queen or whatever campaign where it felt like we were in that castle for months. I don't want to end up with that. Yeah, I do not mind paring things down and paring combats down in particular, just to avoid the void slogs. So
I'm sorry. I'm really trying to do this myself, but I'm having issues.
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm adding the damage in, and I can't get it to work.
Okay, so how much damage is this supposed to do?
2d4 sonic damage and 2 sonic splash damage.
Okay, so for the 2d4, so if you've clicked the little looking glass and opened up the little window for that line, the easiest thing to do for 2d4 would be to grab your d4 dice and right click so you have 2, and then drop it in that first box for dice. So you can see I just did that there, and now it's 2d4.
Okay.
And then if there's any sort of multipliers or things, you put those in there. Otherwise, don't. And then for the type, if it's Sonic, just put Sonic in the type line just below that, and that should take care of that one. And then the other one is pretty similar. You'll just want to add another damage effect and do. Although you'll want to go, since you did take that feat, changing the splash damage, you'll want to go back through and edit all of your splash damages, because now they do, what is it, 3 now instead of 1. So you'll just go in and just change wherever it says 1 to 3 instead. So that way it's just in there already, and we don't have to think about it.
And then, so if I'm going in, like where we were, it's just going to be 3 sonic splash damage. Where do I put that 3 at?
So for that where it's just like a flat number with no roll, you'd put that in the modifier box at the very end.
Okay, and
that'll just do 3, and then Sonic splash. Yep. Okay. Yep, and then just go back through your other ones that you already got and just change that modifier from 1 to 3, and then they'll all be good with your new feat. Nice.
Damn it. That one's good.
All right. Well, cool. I guess we'll call that there for now and pick up with circus things and or the tower start, however far we get. We'll see what goes on next time, and hopefully we'll get Grotus in here feeling marginally better.
Cool,
and
man.
hopefully
Thank you for running
I'll make
tonight.
sure to check my fucking microphone before make sure it's all working and not being weird. So
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
happens.
it happens.
yeah, it does.
It used to happen to me a lot.
Oh well.
Okay, I will add my other alchemist item next time because I don't know
Thanks
which
for
one I
coming,
want.
y'all out there. Have a good one.